Have you ever wondered what would happen if a fan spun at nearly the speed of light? Could it generate the most intense storm ever, or even cause the end of life on Earth? Let's dive into this wild scenario and break down what would really happen if we cranked up the speed to a mind-boggling level. To start, let's imagine the impossible. A fan spinning at light speed. For the blades to travel at nearly 300 million meters per second, the speed of light, it would require an unimaginable amount of energy. We're talking about 400 quadrillion joules per second, or 400 quadrillion watts. To put that in perspective, the entire world produces just 20 trillion joules per second. So this fan would consume the output of every power plant on Earth and still demand more. Now let's say we've built the ultimate fan, an indestructible one that can withstand these incredible forces. In this case, we won't have to worry about the blades melting or breaking apart. But as we ramp up the speed, things start to get really interesting. As the fan blades approach nearly the speed of light, they begin to interact with the air molecules in a completely new way compared to any normal spinning fan. At sublight speeds, a fan simply pushes air molecules aside, creating the familiar breeze we feel when using a regular fan. However, once the blades are moving at such an extreme velocity, things change dramatically. Instead of simply displacing the air, the blades collide with air molecules at an incredibly high rate of speed, faster than sound, faster than anything we've experienced on Earth. When the fan blades strike these molecules, the energy released is far beyond what any typical air resistance would cause. The collision of the blades with the air causes a shock wave that shatters the air molecules themselves. This intense interaction doesn't just move the air, it effectively breaks apart the molecular bonds, turning the air into an extremely hot and energetic state known as plasma. Plasma is often referred to as the fourth state of matter, besides solid, liquid, and gas, and is created when gases are heated to such extreme temperatures that their atoms start to break apart, releasing electrons and ions. This process would release an enormous amount of energy in the form of high-energy radiation, including X-rays and gamma rays. This kind of radiation is so powerful that it can have serious effects on anything in the vicinity, further intensifying the destruction caused by the fan. The air around the fan becomes highly charged, glowing and emitting light as the molecules transition to plasma. This is not just a visual effect, it's a physical process where energy from the fan blades is transferred into the surrounding atmosphere, causing a chain reaction of ionization, heating, and radiation. The fan would glow with an intense brightness, radiating enough energy to heat the surrounding atmosphere to a temperature over 1,000,000 degrees Celsius. This extreme heat would ignite a fireball of plasma that expands outward at incredible speed. So it's not just circulating air, it's turning the surrounding environment into a fiery disaster. Now imagine there's a guy named Jeff who loves his new home. It's a cozy place located about 100 meters away from the fan. But just 50 milliseconds after we turn on the fan, Paul's house and everything nearby would be vaporized. The rapidly expanding plasmasphere moves so fast that it would destroy everything in its path, including Paul, in a fraction of a second. So would the fan create the biggest storm ever? Not exactly. Instead of a storm, the fan would generate a massive fireball of plasma. While it won't destroy the entire planet, it would obliterate everything within a large radius. That said, it would definitely be a short-lived disaster, as the fan couldn't maintain this speed for long. In the end, the lesson is clear. A light-speed fan would not be your go-to tool for cooling off on a hot summer day. It's much safer, quieter, and more practical to stick with your regular fan. They're designed for comfort, not destruction, and they won't turn your house into a pile of ashes. So next time you reach for the fan, remember it's better to stay grounded in reality.